Hello, silence, my old friend. I come to be with you again. This is the sound of silence. Hey, this is Tony Stewart, also known as Blessed Brother.
Angie, Blessed Sister.
And we got a great one for you tonight. The topic is
Reveal the power of silence.
Reveal the power of silence. And before I get into it, don't always want to remind you, blessedbrother.com is where you can go to find out what we got going on. And I think you're going to love it when you do. So that being said, let's break this down. And, probably the best way to talk about this is really a success principle. It's a negotiation principle. It's a relational principle. It's a listening principle. It's all about knowing how to be silent. In this day and age, there's so much of an emphasis on talking and talking and talking that if you're not listening, you're really losing the edge in human relations and negotiation. I love the word responsibility because the word responsibility, if you really break it down, there's your respond ability.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, in every course of communication, you have an opportunity to make a gap between stimulus and response. Stimulus and response. I just saw a story about a guy who was got into an argument in a nightclub, and the guy said the wrong thing to him, and before he knew it, he reacted, pulled out a gun, and shot the guy. Shot him dead. Now, why did that happen? Because the guy was stimulated, but rather than take the time to put a gap between his stimuli and response, he responded immediately and changed not only the guy's life, obviously, when he ended it, but he changed his life forever because he didn't appreciate that gap. And you may say, that's a pretty extreme example, right? But think about how it happens in just communication. Someone's telling you something, and because you're so focused on what you're going to say next, you don't give them a chance to really express. You don't give yourself a chance to really listen to what they're trying to say. And what happens? You don't effectively, optimally respond to them because you were so busy thinking about what you're going to say to the first few words they said that you didn't listen to the whole context of what was said. What you got on that, honey?
It's true. It reminds me of that equation I like so much. E plus R equals O.
Break that down.
E is for events, which means events happen every day, all day long. Can't do anything about them. The R is response, and then the O is outcome. So if you think about what outcome you want, then that's how you should be responding. But always know that the E plus R, so the event plus your response is going to be the outcome.
Yeah.
So as you were saying, Blessed Brother, that because the guy didn't put enough space, enough silence in between what happened in his response, then unfortunate things took place.
Lives were changed.
Yep.
And so here's the action step. Here's what I want you to do with this week. As you go through your week and you're in communications with folks, speak less. Use the power of silence. I'm an introvert, so I gotta admit it comes naturally for me. It may not seem like I'm an introvert. I start this thing off singing and I'm yapping and doing all that stuff. But truly, if I've been tested, I'm truly an introvert. And that what it helps me do is when I'm in a meeting situation, I shut up. I know when to stop talking. And you'd be surprised how that gives you power in an environment. If you just listen with intensity, you can just respond correctly. It gives you an opportunity to allow wisdom to flow through you. Use that this week. Look at situations, and when you're talking to someone, really listen to them. Be quiet and give them a chance to talk and really listen.
We don't like silence, though.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Absolutely.
That people are fearful of silence. think about when people talk. Some people are talking, like if they're doing a speech, like a formal speech, they use a lot of filler words sometimes because they don't know the power of silence.
You don't know the power of silence. So I want you to use that this week in your negotiations, in your relations, and you're talking with folks. And if something happens, a stimuli happens that would usually make you turn around and say something smart back, give yourself that break. Use silence as a buffer between your stimuli and response, and you'll be glad you did.
Yes.
So that's what we have for you today. Have an awesome day. Again, go to blessedbrother.com. Check out what we're doing, and we will see you tomorrow. Be blessed.
God bless.